Hey everyone and welcome to this video. I'm Mcleod123 and this is going to be my April reading wrap up. I'm going to be telling you what books I read in the month of April and I hope you enjoy watching the video. If you do, which I hope you do, please click like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel. That would be awesome. And hey, don't forget to smash the notification bell. Then you can find out when I'm doing live streams and when I've uploaded new content. Okay, so I'm going to do something different in this reading wrap up, and I'll tell you why. Basically, whenever I do reading wrap up videos, like I just seem to like ramble and waffle on, and it's just like, you know, a really mega long video, and I know you probably get really bored because it's like going on and on and on. So what I've decided to do is make this like a real kind of shortened version of the reading wrap up. I've got my notebook here, and what I've done, I've basically, I've listed all the books that I read in April. By the way, there were quite a few. And I just described them, each one of them, in 10 words, okay? So like kind of keywords that explain, well, I think explain the book as best I can anyway. I thought it'd be fun, it'd be different and also maybe a bit intriguing for you, because once you've heard these keywords, you might think, oh, that sounds good. I want to find out more. So if you do want to find out anything more about these books that I mentioned in this video, in the description box down below, I'll put the links to all the books I mentioned to their Goodread pages. So like you can read more about each book, and you know there's other people's reviews on there about each book, and it might be something that you would like to read. So hopefully you get some book ideas from this video. Also at the end of the video I will include photographs of the books that I mentioned, so you'll see like the book covers and stuff. So yeah, should we get started? This is quite exciting. Well, I'm excited. I don't know about you. So just let me quickly say, like, I had quite a good reading month. I read quite a few books and most of them were like really good. There were a few that were like, which you'll find out. I will still say my 5-star rating, how many I'll give them out of 5, by the way. But yeah, like overall, I read some really good books. As always, I read some thrillers, which one of my favourite genres of book to read. But yeah, it was a good month. I had some good books. So, okay, let's get started. The first book I read in April was called The Perfect Guests, and that was by Emma Rouse. So here are the 10 words, the key words that I, you know, kind of explain the book in. So, Perfect Guests, I put grand estate with many secrets, murder mystery, web of lies. Yeah, there we go. So I really enjoyed this book. I gave it a 5-star rating. It was my first book of the month and I absolutely loved it. I was very lucky. I was sent it as a proof copy from the publishers, and yeah, it was really good. I really like recommend it to you. The next book I read was, oh no, it's this word again I really struggle saying, and my fiance always laughs at me and he's next door, so probably shout out how to say it properly if I say it wrong. It's the the lost apothecary. Thank you. There we go. I can never say that word. So it was by Sarah Penner, and my keywords to describe this book are female secretly dispenses poisons to men that wronged, history and murder. So yeah, really good book. There was a little bit in the middle where I was starting to get a little bit bored, but overall it picked up again at the end. So overall I really enjoyed it and I give it a 4 stars. Okay, the next book I read I absolutely loved, really loved, and it was called The Lamplighters by Emma Stonex. Now, if you haven't read this book, like seriously, read it. It's so good. So here are my keywords to this one. So based on true story, the sea keeps secrets, missing men. Ooh. So yeah, it is based on a true story. I mean, it's not like everything in it's like not exactly to the real story, but it is kind of loosely based on it. There's definitely like similarities between the real story and the fictional story. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. It was so good. Absolutely loved it. And I recommend it to everyone. 5 stars, of course, for The Lamplighters. The next book I read in April was The Last House on Needle Street, and that's by Catronia Ward. Now, this book I had really high hopes for, and I hate saying like negative things about books, but I have to be honest, like this book I just had to like stop near the end because I just couldn't get into it, and it was just, I just didn't enjoy it at all. But it's had such a hype. People seem to really love this book. So, keywords for this one: stolen child, revenge, death, talking cat, dark, forest, thriller, gothic. And unfortunately, I only gave it 2 stars because it was just not for me. I just didn't enjoy it. But as I say, people seem to be loving it. So maybe it's just me. I don't know. We all have different opinions. If we all like the same, it'd be a boring world, right? The next book I read, I did like, which is good. So I'd gone from one that I didn't particularly like to this one. So that was The Last Thing He Told Me by Laura Dave. And yeah, I was sent this as a proof copy, which was awesome. The book is actually out now. So if you do want to buy it, I saw it in Waterstones today on the bookshelf. So it is available. So the keywords for this one: missing, dad, stepmom, protects daughter, lies, puzzle pieces, together, thriller. There we go. 4 stars. Yeah, I really like this one. It was really, really good. And actually, random bit of information, but it is going to be made into a TV series, which is pretty cool. I think it's going to be directed by like Reese Witherspoon or something. I don't know. But yeah, look out for that. Next up, Girl in the Walls by AJ Gnoose. I think that is. Gnoose. I don't know. This was really good. And it was such a beautiful book cover. It had all like sprayed edges and stuff as well. It's absolutely beautiful. So the words I do for this book, Girl in the Walls: suspenseful, coming of age, girl, hidden, life, in walls, grief. There we go. 4 stars for that. Once again, like the other one I mentioned before, like there was just that part in the middle where it got a little bit like boring and that, but then it picked up again. So yeah, it did get a 4 stars. It was really, really good. Different. I'd not read a book like it, actually. It was quite original. Okay, the next one I read was The Girls Are Also Nice Here by Laurie Elizabeth Flynn. This was it's a thriller, I would say, mystery thriller. And yeah, I really, really enjoyed this. This was so good. I'd heard about this book on like a website of just random thriller book reviews. And I thought, oh, that one sounds good. And I ordered it. And anyway, that's that. So the keywords for this one are former friends, college reunion, revenge, toxic, deadly, desire, lies, thriller. And I did give that one a 5 stars. It was absolutely brilliant. And I'm not going to give any spoilers or anything because I can't stand it when people give spoilers. But the very last chapter, especially that very last page, I was like, oh, it was such a shock. A really, really clever twist, and that really, really good, really well wrote. And yeah, absolutely loved it. Definitely 5 stars for that. The next book I read, I was quite disappointed in because I was really looking forward to this book. I was actually recommended this book from a viewer, so I also feel really bad because the viewer recommended it to me. But as I keep saying, we all like different things, and it's fine to like different things, right? So it was by K.L. Kettle, and it's called The Boy I Am. It's a young adult book, and well, I'll just give you the keywords. So I've put YA, dangerous, different, boys auctioned, female elite, gender roles swap. So yeah, from those keywords you can kind of gather it is quite different, and it's kind of like a little bit like The Power, but I really enjoyed the book The Power. I love that. This one I didn't enjoy, I'm afraid. I only gave it 2 stars. I just couldn't get into it. I didn't like the characters. I didn't enjoy it. Sorry. Next one I loved. That I kind of went up and down with like a book I didn't like and then a book I really like kind of thing. The Final Revival of Opal and Nev by Dawnie Walton. Can I just say, Dawnie Walton is just so adorable. I've been like tweeting back and forth with her on Twitter, and she is just such a lovely lady and an amazing writer. So the words for this one: fictional rock and roll duo, independent woman, racism, family, and I've just put the end, amazing, because it was. I actually did a separate book review video just for this book, which I only do rarely if it's a book that's like really meant something to me and I've like really, really thoroughly enjoyed it. So yeah, somewhere, I think it was last week or the week before, if you look through my videos, you'll see like an actual book review for this one. It was absolutely amazing. Without a doubt, 5-star read for me. I absolutely loved it. So much so when I was in Waterstones today, I was chatting to one of the girls in there and we were just talking about different books and stuff. And I was like recommending certain ones on the shelves, and I was like, Opal Nev, you got to read it. It's amazing. So yeah, really highly recommend that one. Next book I didn't like. So it's House of Hollow by Crystal Sutherland. And this is one of those like books that basically I'd seen everywhere and everyone was talking about it, whether it was BookTube or sorry, Bookstagram, like people putting pictures of it. And I just like, you know, it's hyped up, it sounds my cup of tea, I'm gonna get it. And I just didn't like it at all. I had to DNF near the end because I just like skimmed to the end to see what happened, but I didn't really care what happened. But anyway, so yeah, House of Hollow, YA, horror, weird, sisters, missing, urban fairy tale, creepy, changelings, and family. They are the kind of words that I would use. Yeah, I mean, if you like those kind of dark fairy tale, kind of modern twist fairy tales, then yeah, you might really like it. But for me, I didn't like it. I'm afraid 2 out of 5. Ooh, it's not good, is it? However, if I was judging it on the actual cover, the cover was gorgeous. I'd give it like 5 out of 5 for the image of the cover, but it's not really why you buy a book, just to look at it. Okay, the next book I absolutely loved, Tall Bones by Anna Bailey. This was, oh my God, an amazing thriller. Like seriously, really, really good. So missing girl, small town, gossip, bigotry, hope, dark thriller. Amazing. I keep putting that amazing word in when I'm trying to fill in another word on the 10. But yeah, no, really, really amazing. I love the fact that it was set in this kind of, you know, small town. Everyone kind of knows each other's business and knows each other. And like there were some sad, emotional parts in it and things that I won't ruin anything, but there were parts that kind of make you feel quite, you know, emotional and angry and sad, but there's also some happier points as well. And it was just a really, really good book, really interesting, and I loved it. It was absolutely fantastic. So yeah, 5 stars for Tall Bones. Next book I read I also loved, which is good. I always like saying I loved it, do you know what I mean? The Last Girl by Goldie Moldavsky. Now, in America, it's called the Mary Shelley Club, but for some reason here in the UK, they called it The Last Girl. I'm being honest, I don't particularly like the title that they give it here in the UK. Like, just, I don't know, like, obviously I've read the story, so I can get why it's called The Last Girl, and it does make sense to the story. But I just think the Mary Shelley Club sounds cooler. I think the American cover was cooler. Like, I don't know. It's just my opinion. But overall, the actual story was fantastic. I loved it. So, YA, horror, thriller, twisty, urban legend, pranks, sinister, school friends. 5 stars, without a doubt. I loved it. Really, really good. I'd wanted to read it for ages, since I first heard about it, and when I got it I was like, yes. And I read it I think I read it in like a day and a half. I could not put it down. It was so good. And I like mixing the element of like horror and a thriller, because it was like creepy, spooky, but also obviously the thriller, but also there were quite funny bits in it. There were some parts, not towards the end, it got a bit more darker then, but towards the beginning of the beginning of the book, it was quite funny in parts, but then it kind of just went a lot darker. But yeah, really, really good. Definitely a really good book. Next one I read, Whisper Down the Lane by Mcleod Chapman. Now, this was one of those that I was really excited for, and I felt really awful because it was a proof copy, and I don't know. I don't like saying anything negative about books in general, because at the end of the day, I'm not good enough to write a book. So I always feel bad like slating someone's writing because I couldn't do it. Do you know what I mean? So props to all the authors out there. When I give reviews, it's literally my opinion, how I, enjoyed it, if I didn't, that kind of thing. But I always feel a bit awkward and nasty saying negative stuff. But anyway, so I was really excited about this book, but it started off all right. And then I just found that I just was not enjoying it. So, keywords. Oh, by the way, yeah. Oh, okay. No, this is in the keywords. It's fine. So, inspired, true story, preschool, trials, satanic, panic, past, present, lying. There's a lot of words there. But yeah, that is I mean, it is based on a true story loosely. There were good parts about this story, but I just found myself getting very bored with it, and just it wasn't what I was expecting. I thought it was going to be a lot darker than it was, and I don't know. And I think the last book that I read, in April was Lois Lane Double Down by Gwenda Bond. So I read number 1 in the series, which I can't remember for the life of me what it was called, and I really enjoyed that. And then this is number 2, and I won't be reading number 3 if I'm honest, so it kind of says it all really, doesn't it? So the keywords to Double Down are YA, superhero, journalist, science, dangerous, mystery, cheesy, newspaper, relationships, and friendships. 2 out of 5. And I don't know if I said it, I can't remember. But Whisper Down the Lane, I only give 2 out of 5, so I don't really enjoy it. But yeah, another kind of book that I didn't particularly enjoy, and I just skimmed to the end to find out what happened. So yeah, it's kind of sad, but that book was actually a book that Nathan chose for me. Every month Nathan chooses me like a mystery book from one of my mini bookcases, and it's really fun because I don't know what he's going to choose, and he just goes, right, this is it. And you know, it's kind of been a mixed bag. Like some of the books he's chose for me randomly I've really enjoyed. I think one was even my book of the month a few months ago. This one unfortunately was that one he chose, but I just didn't really like it. So but the one he's done for this month is really good, but I'll be showing that in my book haul video, which will be coming in the next few days. So you'll see that book that he has chose for me. So yeah, my book of the month, it was hard because there were a few 5 stars. I love The Lamplighters, I love Tall Bones, I love The Last Girl. I don't know, I'm gonna have to go with the book that I just absolutely adored, like really adored, and love that twist at the end. And it was by Laurie Elizabeth Flynn, and it's called The Girls Are Also Nice Here. That's a mouthful, isn't it? The Girls Are Also Nice Here. Honestly, if you like thrillers, especially if like reunions and bitchy girls and secrets and like, oh, really good. Love that book. So yeah, that is my book of the month. So carry on watching for photographs of the books that I've mentioned. Don't forget, down below in the description box, I'll put the Goodread page links to all of the books like individually, so you can just click on the title and read more about the story, you know, people's reviews, etc. Also, if you're on Goodreads, come and follow me. I'm on Goodreads, and I'll put the link down below to that as well. Also, I've got the Minx Book Club. You can find the link down below for that as well. So yeah, that is the end of the video. Hope you've enjoyed watching. Let me know in the comment section what book you are currently reading. Don't forget, click like, comment, share, subscribe, smash the bell. And really quickly, really quickly, this is my current read. But if you want to know more, watch the new book haul, because I'll be talking about this book in that video. But yeah, Firekeeper's Daughter, very good. Anyway, right, that's the end. See you later. Let me know how many books you read in April as well in the comments. All right, bye.